Okay, I don't know how good this is going to work, but I'm just going to try to give a little update to my blessed family concerning my health because, I don't know how much of an update I can give you, but here we go. I resisted all day I didn't resist. It's not that. It's okay. I didn't mean to put you in the dark there, but I couldn't go to the hospital today because I had way too much to do. And you're saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" Well, I'll turn the light on so you can see. Actually, I gotta pick up the light or hold the light, as my friend Johnny always says. Hold the light, 'cause at the start of every day, a child begins to play. And all we need to know is that the future is a friend of yours and mine. So, okay, I got to get family personal. So, sis, my big sis, my precious sister. This is like the surprise of my journey beyond belief. This is the bedroom that Jennifer and I were pregnant in. Well over 25 years ago, right? Yeah, this is the very bedroom. This is the very house. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we got? 4 bedrooms here. So, as the story goes, I end up managing Grandma's house. I'm leasing Grandma's house for a certain sum of money and on a lease basis because this home, thanks to God, Grandma, and Grandma's children, this house is under a trust, so it can't be sold, thank you. And I'm managing it, and I'm leasing it for the next 6 months at least. I would give you a full tour, but I'm just going to say it used to be, when it was built for the Civil War effort, I guess. It was a medical building. So as you can quite imagine, Jimmy loves the place. Looking forward to renovating, putting a staircase on the outside of the building, putting a winding staircase in the parlor, replacing that old rickety thing. Grandma hated the window up there. Because it was boarded up, she always hated that, and I'm gonna fix that. Everything is wonderfully supplied through. There's no way to. Anyway. So what does all this have to do with my health? Well, what it has to do with my health is that I had to take a moment to get my head straight because after being on the streets of Springfield, Missouri for 8 solid months at least, and then it's almost like culture shock in a very good way. Like this happened so suddenly that I ended up managing Grandma's gorgeous 2-story house and backyard, and I raised my kids here. I'm gonna buy the little itty bitty house next door because that's where I raised my kids and stuff. But anyway. So it's just like I'm a kid in a playground, I guess is what I'm trying to explain. There is so much work around this house, and it's all very constructive and wonderful, and I love to work. I am a very, very blessed person because I am one of the few people in the world that realizes that work isn't work, it's play. I've known that since I started taking pop bottles back to the store for 5 cents a piece or whatever it was. I believe it was 5. But anyway, needs to come back. Bring it back. Why do we forsake good ideas? And why do we let Anyway, we don't because I'm here. So anyway, yep, change is upon us. Ka-ching. So, the railroad tracks run right at the border of this. And, oh, I just checked it out. Checked out the picture. I was just looking. You guys can't even see a thing. No, mate, we ain't got no light out here, bro. No, mate. I got a real nice fire back there. There's lumber. I mean, there's dry. It's raining huge branches, and there's so much firewood out there. It'll last me a year and a half. Constant fire. Okay, so Rebecca, my sweet friend, came here to give me a ride to the hospital today, and I couldn't do it because I had too much to do. And that really doesn't explain the half of it, but I have a house to manage, and music, they're the real solid reason why the absolute down to, here she is, here's my baby. Okay, so I paid $69 for this, and I swear to everybody on the planet that, you know, anything at the pawn store, like a $69 sweetheart like this one, will play just as good as any Stratocaster on the planet. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just, come on. I mean, yeah, this baby needs some work, but she's rock solid. She really is. And here, I'm gonna close with this. See, maybe I'll play. What am I at? 6:50. That's 7 minutes. All right, she is ill. You shall see. She has issues, but the reason I fell in love with her is all kinds of them, but she did have this worthless E string hanging from her when I met her, and so, you know, of course, we knew we were made for each other and all that good stuff. You think this would be a good spot to put that? I don't. You gotta be able to see the whole show. Here's a little spot. We're just gonna fling it. Lights, camera, action. So, when I was young, I got into music a lot. Then the music got into me. And then it took over, and now I have no choice a lot of times but to let it out, and if I don't play every couple hours, I get depressed, and I can't think straight, as you can. You know, I was going to do my hair, and 1,000 times I said, forget it, flick a booger at it, but this is a great problem to have after chemotherapy. I'm starting to think that maybe I can style it like Beethoven. Ludwig. See, you gotta move it up kind of like Jimmy Page. Play it, because that'll slip off. I'm gonna nail it down here in a minute, but not yet. This song is called Jimmy Page, John Anderson, Ian Anderson, and Me. working. I knew it wasn't gonna work. Actually, I can do the intro better without a pick. But I can't jam. It's falling apart again because I didn't come prepared. Now I gotta go look for my stupid guitar pick, which I never did find, by the way. No, I don't even want to post this, and I usually always post everything. It's true. I really lost the really good guitar pick. This is tragic. I'm not posting. There's too much dead time in this. Ow. Well, we having issues today. I'll look at this video, but I've died. And happiness. They say money can't buy happiness. That's because for me, happiness is a tuned guitar. I don't care. That kind of breaks my heart. You want to go look for a guitar pick with me? I'll let you come, but I've been wandering around a lot today. In the last hour looking for the son of a gun. It's in a baggie. There's all kinds of dope and drugs and heroin. Just kidding. Just kidding. Mercy. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dude, this is gonna look weird when it starts growing all the way to my shoulders and all that kind of poop. Alright, we're gonna go for a journey. Maybe I'll take you on a tour or something. I gotta find some stuff, right? Did not I have, what do you call that? That's not a guitar pick, Jim. What's all this stuff? That's a stupid ring I bought for about $2. Here, you can wear it if you find the guitar picks. Guitar picks. They would not inadvertently be in here, would they? No, they would not inadvertently be there. And I'm not your sugar bear. And I am aware of all the dare and the wear and tear on the fair. Because they were wearing cheap sunglasses, bro. Kind of break, bro. Kind of break. You gotta wear your cheap sunglasses. Not in there, Jimmy. Where they at? Where they at? Take your glasses off. We're going on a lion hunt. Not really. We're going on a guitar pick hunt. Hold the light. Hold the light. Yeah, while I'm online, Johnny, listen to me. Mr. Anderson, Brother John, Sister John, let him in. I feel like Tchaikovsky sometimes. They said about Tchaikovsky, this boy should not pursue music because it's driving him crazy. He can't even sleep at night, mate. That's because the music wouldn't stop playing in his head. I'm glad he let it play, bro. My mammy used to play that with her holy piano. Alright, but we don't need to carry that light anymore. That's a big heavy son of a gun for a guy like me. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Buddha. And Frank, tell me where my blessed guitar picks are. Close, but no cigar. I might put them in a place like the bathroom or something. I might not do that. Going on a lion hunt. Well, blessed are the rich, right? Except when they lose their guitar picks. I can't help contrasting everything that I'm living around with world conditions in other places, mind you. You should take your pick. I like to maintain a certain stability of thankfulness for all that I have, but like I'm just off the streets and this is ridiculously much. I can't even, like this would be the size of the box. Actually, this is one of the boxes. This is the last box I pulled off the streets. And I would carry everything I owned on it on a heavy day and it wouldn't be but 5 pounds. I mean, not even that. There's trinkets and a few things, you know. I mean, weed, cigarettes, coffee, money, that's about all you need. But that's me. That's just me. You know, George Washington wrote with more intelligence and more volume than a lot of fools in this world. Yeah, so the college I went to had his writings, and they were in chronological order, mind you. They went from on the bookshelf from about here, all the way down to there, chronological order, great big books, and I looked up, you know, it made me realize nobody really knows George like we could, huh? So I'm going to try to fix that problem, because it bugs me to tears. I'm going to get about 20 scholars, and we're going to hop all over those things. Well, blessed is not me because this is the second time this week I've had to go on search for these pigs. All right, now, okay, so here's the thing. I got to go out of the box and check out here because I had some stuff out here too, and I used to play guitar out here like 2 days ago. So, you know, there could be a guitar pick inadvertently. Bingo. Idiot. Where are the scissors? Let's get to work. Let's get to play. Let's join the crazed institution of the stars. Be the man that you know you really are. Scissors are over here, right? Over here yonder. We don't have the light over here right now, but we're so smart we can walk in here and just do one of these. No, we can't. All right. Yeah, mate, what were you looking for? The scissors, bro. Weren't they on the bed or something? You can't see, dude. All right, mate, come on, let's get your ass in gear. Hold the light again. Yeah, so all this stuff will be fixed, and this will be another hospital, because there's a lot of people that need help out here. And it seems like the Civil War never ended in Springfield, Missouri, in some ways. But anyway, mate. All right. See how blessed I am right now? All right, so hopefully it's showtime. I don't really want to play here, but it's not a matter of what I want right now. It's what I need. I need to get some frustration out. And I don't think I'm even going to start with that song because there's just too much emotional stuff to it. I'm going to say this about Jimmy. So I'm going to refrain and not use my mother tongue. But I'm not sure what to call this gentleman. He comes on YouTube and he's like, oh, Jimmy Page, and he's talking already, and I had a way to describe it. I cut this the wrong way. Supposed to go. I think, oh man, I'm doing it wrong again. How do you do this? I can't believe I'm asking that question, but let's start over, Jimmy. It goes like this. You go 1, and then you do it equal or better the other freaking way. Alright, yes, there it is. Shebang. Cut clean now. There you go. That's too small. No, it ain't. Just turn it around. Alright, I think that'll work. Damn all better, because I'm going crazy. There comes a point where... Alright, finish your thought. So, yeah, this guy comes out with this, what kind of voice is that? Like, doom and gloom, and, kind of Dracula-ish, and like, just pure butthole kind of guy, right? And he starts... Well, the thing is, like, let me just round it up with this. If I'm addressing Mr. Jimmy Page, I'll never forget the day that I saw the interview where you explained that Stairway to Heaven was hard enough the first time. I mean, it makes you laugh even now, because I hated those people who did that. I always have, and I've gotten so much more deeper into the lyrics of Mr. Robert Plant, the Prince of Peace, and the line just before this one about, I'm not going to slaughter it, but Prince of Peace, embrace the gloom and walk the night alone. I'm just going to play around, I don't know. It's just for everybody. Gotta remember. Okay, we gotta show off a little bit anyway. can't even play. I never thought the day would come when I just can't even fucking play right now. I mean, excuse all the French. I'm just way out of practice. And I need to do a show for about a couple hours. Get my strength or something. Go get stitched up at the hospital. I can't even play anymore. So the final update is, yeah, I gotta... I should not laugh, but I just gotta be truthful. I'm pretty sure there's no other way to wiggle out of going to the hospital. It's just the fact that if it were as serious, I need to, that's what I need to do, is I need to go to Google and I need to find out. No, I don't. I just need to go get stitched up. Surrender to an MRI, surrender to a 24-hour urine test. And request medication for osteoporosis. Now you understand why I'm resisting, because that's changing everything. That's changing my whole lifestyle. And yeah, I will jam on this thing before I go anywhere. And I will take it with me. They're going to have a hard time wrestling it out of my hands. Because the last time I went to that hospital with a guitar, it got stolen. But that's beside the point. The only point is ain't nobody going to steal my baby. No. She's beautiful. I'm going to take her to Carnegie Hall. Jimmy Page, you watch and see. John Anderson and Ian Anderson too. And John Bonham's going to lead the way. I mean, John Paul Jones. God forgive me. John Paul Jones is with us. And John Bonham is with us over here. The drums will shake the castle wall. Pay to not forget right on. I'll never forget the day that I was walking through a field with my son's best friend, and it was raining. And I forget if I had a flute or a guitar with me. All I remember is that I said to God, I said, Lord, I pray for Jimmy Page. And the next thing I knew, I was on my back. I mean, I didn't feel anything hit me. I didn't feel anything resist me or push me. I didn't slip. I didn't fall. I just fell back. And I heard a voice clear as a bell. He said, well, take your time, mate. Because you're one of the few doing that. Those aren't his exact words, because that sounds stupid, and God never says anything stupid, but he just let me know that, you know, just like I've always suspected, these guys that I, forsook long ago when I was 18 years old to follow this great teacher, had been following them from the very beginning. I mean, you go through the lyrics of Stand Up and This Was, and it just goes on and on and on with Ian Anderson. Aqualung was not the first time he came up. Oh my God, Benefit just came. Watering Eyes of the Last 9 Seconds. Bring Repentance to the Child. I can't. It's so rusty. I'm messing it up, I'm sure, but yeah, extremely. I'll never forget the day that I came up with the conclusion that it would be completely impossible for Ian Anderson to have come up with the music that is just before and after the Story of the Hare That Lost Its Spectacles, my first Jethro Tull concert. I was like, there's absolutely no way he could come up with this music unless he was seriously close to God. And then, you know, I might as well say this too. My son was 12 years old. I discovered Thick as a Brick when I was 12 years old. Yeah, 72. Anyway, you know, I had been on all the religious thing for all these years, but now I had a boy, and he was 12 years old, and I was trying to figure out whether or not Jethro Tull's music was kosher. It's so ridiculous at this point. Kosher enough to feed it to my son. This is how my brain was working at the time. But I was a carpenter at the time, and I used to, we carry our hammer right here. And these framing hammers end up being, after years and years, I mean, the extension of your right arm. So in my mind, I pulled out my framing hammer, and I slammed it into the side of a 2x6 building. A 2x6 building apartment that we probably were working on at the time. All right, it's just in my head, but whatever. Those things are so rock solid, you feel like you're building. Well, that's how it felt. Because when I did that, I thought about benefit. And things like what the words I just mentioned, and you know, when the Yellow Sub Mountains move under him, and people come up with stuff like that, and then you got Thick as a Brick, and you know, stuff like the Fair Maiden brings the ageless one, only Fair Maiden, blah blah blah, brings the ageless one. You know, you don't. Anyway, yeah, people don't come up with stuff like that unless they're pretty well blessed. But I'm surprised I kept this video going, and now I probably won't be able to. So, imminence front and change is imminent. And yeah, Jesus is coming back, but he's not coming to scare or terrorize anybody. He's taking his time so nobody freaks out. But, you know, until then, we got Buddha. We need to study. We need to study Islam a whole lot more. We need to make better guitar picks. We need to sell them for $333 for a big old bag in a lifetime membership to my free guitar pick club. But Jimmy, what do you think about this idea? Like, why don't I, here's what I'm gonna do, whether you guys think it's a good idea or not. I'm gonna take all your music, all Jethro Tull music, all of Yes's music, all of, I don't know, people like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or people like Pink Floyd. I'm gonna put them on a separate place where they're in chronological order, and all the concerts thereof quite available at the click of a button. No commercials, period. This is like, and I have another concept I'd like to run past people. Like, nowadays, when I'm watching Yes, Jethro Tull, Jimmy Page, whatever, I want to see the drummer really bad, and I know ahead of time it's going to be like 3 seconds, bam. Was that even 3 seconds? Shit, you know, I mean, I believe the gentleman's name is Alan White from Yes. Oh, God, I wish I could have a camera. Okay, this is my concept. This is it. Nowadays, it would be so simple to do this. I mean, every musician deserves and needs several of his old cameras. I mean, bring Mom, Dad's, and Aunt Betty's, you know? Right? Capiche? Seems logical to me. It also seems logical to me that Google should replace all the phones they took out of my town, because they never asked me if that was all right. They probably won't want to do that. It's okay. I'll do it myself. I mean, dream big. You know, this is getting fun, and I may post about 3 or 4 times tonight because I already got some sleep. So it's I think it's the 7th of October, 2024, mate. Okay, so now as far as joining the crazed institution of the stars, I really got to turn this video off. That means I have to close with. I'm going to sponsor these brooms and sell them because this has been the best. These are made in a town that I used to deliver mail to. Itty bitty tiny town, which I could not name forthwith because I don't remember it. But it's so deep, dark in the woods of Arkansas or somewhere undisclosed that there's no telephone service down there, so you better be brave. No, just joke, just kidding. Yeah, they got about 10 people down there. And somebody down there makes these and sells them. So in case the camera deceives you, we have red, green, pink, no? Yeah, that's sure enough pink and green. And anyway, the only reason I bring them up and I want to sponsor them and sell them and everything else, because I've always thought they were cool since first I found out about them. But now I've used it, and this thing is a lot better than a real broom. A lot better. It gets dust. It's a dust broom. I'm living for the day that I can put all this stuff in a ponytail, wet it down, and just march through history and be a badass, you know? When you're Irish, a lot of times good stuff happens to you. But not always, of course. And the look of the Irish be with you. I really don't. I'm glad I don't know too much of the history because well, so the ounce of just medical update, you know, I'm the luckiest guy in the world, you know, so I found this weed, I started smoking it when I was a kid, and it made me laugh so hard I couldn't wipe the grin off my face to save my life, or the laughter and all that. Then, you know, it followed me through puberty and teenagehood, and, you know, it's all good there in the bedroom or whatever. And then, you know, I go on and off of the stuff all my life, and well, I quit from 18 till 35, and blah, bitty, blah, back and forth, and then I get cancer. And then it heals cancer and glaucoma, and it heals stuttering, and it heals all kinds of stuff, and it's like, and then the craziest chapter where I had completely been so undependent on marijuana for so long that it really kind of shocked me that I went back to it again. And then I find out that it actually got rid of my back pain, still to this day, dependent on it for that. My back pain is very serious. It's very serious indeed. I won't talk about it anymore. And it also, but the most wonderful thing about marijuana is you will never see me going round feeling low. Joe Walsh, 1971, James Gang. He's talking about the wonderful effects of Mary Jane flower on his soul and my soul and your soul. We all know it's true. It makes you happy. So where's the crime in that, mate? If I wasn't happy, you and I wouldn't be talking right now. And guess what? You and I ain't talking. You're listening to something I did some time ago. Mate, it's legit, bro. Don't worry. It's legit. Bro, it's dope. Kids these days. I guess that's a happy note to end on. We're going to drink more coffee and play around in Grandma's house again for a while. Count my lucky stars. And so anyway, Jimmy, I'm going to spend the winter here, and I'm thinking we could meet up in Chicago. Hometown. Chi-town. That's my home, baby. That's high school days. Whitney Young High School, 1981 graduate with my sister Michelle. But that's none of my business. That was the greatest education of my life, dude. I mean, ear training and orchestras and dance. Oh my God. Anyway. Yes. The plain truth says, shebang, it's time to go. Love you, bless you. Bless you in Buddha's name. And one last quote. The legends worded in the ancient tribal hymn lie cradled in the seagull's call, and all the promises they make are ground beneath the sage's fall. So come all you young men who are building castles, kindly state the time of the year and join your voices in their hellish chorus. Mark the precise nature of your fear. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. In hoc signos vinces.